Everybody, it's your man right here, the one, the only, that beautiful Rhode Island Red Rooster, one of the original road warlords. And as always, bring you the knowledge and dropping the science in this industry of what we call trucking. Just doing a little warm-up phase and stuff on my truck and on my reefer unit. And I'm doing this particular video to speak about those, that are interested in getting into, purchasing a reefer, reefer unit, for your business. This reefer unit right here is a 2007 Thermo King with a Great Dane box. And I'm gonna speak about some of the dynamics and stuff to look for when purchasing a reefer unit trailer. So first, let me go and shut this down. Okay, had to shut my truck off too and stuff, but anyway, I'm done warming this up and stuff. And like I said, 2007 great 2007 Thermo King reefer unit with a 2007 Great Dane box. And so some of the things to look for and stuff when purchasing a reefer unit is, of course, the length and the width. And so I'm gonna speak about the two differences and stuff because I actually own two reefer units. This right here is a 53-foot 96 width, and the width is, when you open up the inside, you can see that the width and stuff. The width is 96. It's a 96, which means it's a lot more closed in than a 102. 102 gives you 6 more inches on each side, which is what a lot of customers prefer. A lot of your larger customers prefer, but it really doesn't deviate you and stuff too much if you're trying to purchase a reefer unit. But it's just some customers prefer a 102 width, and that's because they don't want to pinwheel on the product when they put it in your trailer, which is turn one of the pallets sideways. What happens is, in those cases, that the product winds up getting damaged, or the pallet winds up getting damaged and stuff, or they just don't have enough space on their dock to move the product and stuff. So that's why they say if they can, they just prefer to run it straight in and stuff. But anyway, 102 gives you, again, 6 inches on each side, and that's so that they can run product in more better, because some product and stuff is a little bit more wider, and the more space that they can get and stuff, the better. Again, it's not really too much of a big deal right now, but I feel as though as the industry progresses and stuff, and they pushing more for efficiency, and stuff, then it's gonna pretty much become a requirement. That's one of the differences there and stuff, is that you got some reefer units and stuff that are 53 foot. You got some that are 48 foot. And again, that's the length of the trailer. A lot of times and stuff, you're gonna, if you're purchasing or you're gonna lease on, a lot of your reefer units are gonna be 53 foot. I mean, 48s are, they're pretty much kind of phased out. They're pretty much kind of phased out. They're hard to find and stuff, and then even if you find one, it really doesn't serve a significance. You do have some 50-foot trailers, but those and stuff are pretty much associated with spread axle, where this right here and stuff, you see that the tandems are together. You have some spread axle trailers and stuff. Again, they're 50 foot, but then they're 50 by 102. Those are good trailers and stuff to have too. But it's basically understanding your customer, understanding your lane that you run will determine what kind of trailer stuff you need to purchase. I would say if you're going to purchase one, you're going to start out and stuff, man, just get a 53102, and that way you don't run into any kind of issues as far as some of the customers and stuff that you haul for and stuff. It's just, it's refrigerated, and if they require that specification, you already have it. You just go pick the load up, make the money. I purchased this one here and stuff because, I understand the lane and stuff that I run. And most of the customers, if not all that I haul for and stuff, they don't have that preference about the 102 width, so I'm good for the most part and everything. Like I said, I got a 2004 Thermo King unit with the Great Dane box, but that's a 53102. And again, the differences and stuff is that it gives you 6 inches on both sides. Both are real good trailers. Both are real good trailers and stuff, but again, I purchased this is because I understand the lane that I run, and I won't have any kind of issues as far as some of the freight I pick up. There are some price differences and stuff. You can, if you're in the market of trying to purchase one, understand that difference is that if you find a reefer unit for sale and you see it, a lot cheaper than what they normally post for and stuff, look at the specifications, because a lot of times is that if it's cheaper, then it's usually a 96 width, which again and stuff, it's not that much of a big deal and stuff. It's just all on if you understand your customer base and you don't have a problem and stuff, or the customers that you haul for aren't going to have a problem and stuff with your width base and stuff, then hey, it's a good purchase. Then other things that you need to look into will of course be the reefer unit itself and stuff. Understanding the box, understanding the unit, which I'm going to go into in my next dissertation. But anyway, if you're in the market buying a reefer unit, then understand the specifications. That way, you're not purchasing it and then finding out later on and stuff, that I went to a customer and they turned me around on account that, I didn't know the difference between the widths and stuff. And I guess I better cover the segment on dry van too and stuff, so right now, we still focus on reefer units. As you can see, the box is in pretty good shape and stuff. You're seeing the floors where they don't have any kind of sinkholes or patches and stuff. Again, that's another thing to look for when purchasing a reefer unit. Looking at the cross members on the underside, to make sure that, the structural integrity of the trailer holds up. So when they run product into your trailer, they're not, they don't have any kind of, when the forklifts go in and stuff, they're not sinking or anything like that and stuff. So I'm gonna stop the video right here and stuff and go into part 2 to speak on some of the other issues and stuff to be looking for if you're purchasing a reefer unit. Tune in for part 2.